evening, everybody, and welcome to Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. I'm Dr. Debbie, and tonight is Trinity Touch Thursday, where we gently bring everything together through the Evolve Global 22's power of three: energy medicine, Ayurveda medicine, and herbal medicine. And we bring it together through how we live, how we nourish our bodies, and how we support our energy day to day. This space is for adults who feel like healing sounds overwhelming, parents trying to create calmer homes, children who need consistency more than correction, and families who want wellness that fits real life. Tonight, we're talking about something quiet, powerful, and oftentimes underestimated. Why small, repeated actions shape your health far more than big, dramatic changes. So let's start with a little story. So many people come to healing already exhausted. They've tried big changes, big plans, big resets. And often they say to me, many clients have said to me, I couldn't keep it up. I fell off. I failed. But what if the problem was never you? What if the problem was that healing was framed as something intense instead of something repeatable? What if the body doesn't heal through big moments, but through what happens quietly day after day? Now, tonight, here are our core teaching points. The body learns through repetition, not intensity. Your nervous system, digestion, hormones, and immune system are shaped by patterns. They respond to what happens consistently, not occasionally. Small actions repeated daily teach the body when to rest, when to digest, when to release stress, when it's safe. Big changes may feel motivating, but they often overwhelm the nervous system. Small actions done repeatedly build trust inside the body. For adults, this explains why extreme plans often lead to burnout. For parents, this explains why consistent routines matter more than perfect rules. For children, this explains why predictability feels calming. So now let's get into those learning points. Number one, repetition builds safety. When the body knows what to expect, stress chemistry lowers. It's been a long day. Predictable actions, even very small ones, tell the nervous system you're not in danger. This supports sleep, digestion, mood, and focus. Learning point number two, small actions train the body. The body doesn't evaluate whether something is important. It simply responds to what happens often. A short pause each day matters more than a long practice done once a month. Learning point number three, rhythm is a form of care. Daily rhythm isn't about strict schedules. It's about gentle consistency, meals, rest, transitions, and connections. Rhythm helps everyone in the home regulate together. Now let's talk about the food and body connection. The body responds strongly to repeated eating patterns. Consistent meal timing helps. It helps to stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, support digestion, improve mood and energy. For children especially, predictability around food communicates safety far more than pressure around eating. What about lifestyle connection? Healing doesn't require adding more to your life. It's often about anchoring one or two small rituals into what already exists. A pause before meals, a calming moment before bed, a shared check-in. Lifestyle medicine works best when it feels doable. So who does this help? It helps adults who feel overwhelmed by doing it all. It helps parents who want calmer homes without rigidity. It helps children who thrive on consistency and safety, and it helps families who want healing that lasts. So, what can you do today or tomorrow? Choose one small action you can repeat daily. I'm going to say that again. Choose one small action you can repeat daily. Pause before eating. Step outside briefly. Take 3 breaths before bed. Sit together for 2 minutes. Consistency matters more than length. So here's one small, short 60-second practice. Once a day, stop whatever you're doing. Place one hand on your body. I always like to do the heart. Take 3 slow breaths. Say quietly right now, I'm safe. So what it would look like would be this. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Right now, I feel safe. I am safe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Right now, I am safe. Last one, in through the nose. Right now, I feel safe. That's it. Let the body learn through repetition. Now, why does this matter to you? This matters because healing should not feel like another job. When we stop chasing big changes and start honoring small, repeatable actions, healing becomes accessible, not exhausting. Take a breath with me and let's call back our power. Tonight, I call my power back from pressure and perfection. I choose gentle consistency. I trust small steps to carry me forward. This works, my friends, because repetition retrains the nervous system. It stabilizes hormones. It supports digestion and lowers stress over time. Spiritually, rhythm connects us to natural cycles, breath, day and night, rest, and movement. It brings back us into harmony instead of force. Now, here are your reflection questions for journaling. Please start journaling. Number 1, what small actions already bring me calm? Number 2, when have I expected change too quickly? Number 3, what rhythm feels supportive for my family? And last, number 4, what could I repeat daily without resistance? Now, as you know, I'm keeping these live streams 10 minutes to 30 minutes max. So here we are, our full closing recap. Go back and re-listen if you want. Visit our website, www.evolveglobal22usa.com. Visit our YouTube channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share so we can spread this message everywhere and we can help everyone do the simple things to achieve healing. The YouTube channel is EG22, the Healing Light Studio. And you can find it if you go to @DrDebbie, DEBBIE, Badawi, BADAWI. And if you're watching from here, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with me. And Facebook as well. All of my fans, followers, friends, family, thank you for watching me here. So let's close this out. We learned that healing doesn't happen through intensity. It happens through repetition. The body learns from what we do consistently, not occasionally. We talked about how small daily actions shape the nervous system, digestion, mood, energy, and a lot of other things, but those are the top few that I mentioned. We connected rhythm to food, lifestyle, family life, and emotional safety. We named who this helps: adults who are tired of extremes, parents seeking calmer homes, children needing predictability, and families wanting sustainable healing. We practice trusting small steps instead of chasing big changes. Tonight's reminder is simple and freeing. Healing does not have to be loud. Healing doesn't have to be dramatic. Healing often happens quietly through what you do every day. My friends, thank you for being here with me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night in the Healing Light Studio. I'm Dr. Debbie. Much peace and many blessings onto you with love, light, compassion, empathy, and all of those higher frequencies right your way. I will see you tomorrow night. I love you all. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, beautiful souls, friends. This is Dr. Debbie. Welcome to Healing in Real Life Tuesday here at Evolve Global 22, Healing Light Studio. I think I did a misclick when I first started tonight. You might have got a little bit of a shot of me just before the broadcast started. If you did, I hope it wasn't too scary. No, I'm just playing. It wasn't scary, but I could have flashed on for a second. But anyways, again, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Dr. Debbie. The topic tonight is one that changes the way you understand yourself, your children, your relationships, and your daily emotional experience. The title of tonight's live stream is The Emotional Weather Report: How to Read Your Daily Energetic Forecast. But before we get into that, remember, we always do our clearing so that we can be present and that we can be in this moment together and gain and receive the most benefit possible as we spend this time together. So remember what it is: in through the nose, out through the mouth, and blow all the stuff and debris from today away out into the universe to be destroyed. In through the nose, out through the mouth, all those emails, to-do lists, past anxieties, past things you thought about today, gone. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we do our heart connection. The heart is the seed of the seat of the one creator of all that is. It's a way for you to connect to yourself, to your creator, and to the universe as a whole. So let's take a moment with your inside voice. I connect with my heart. I connect with my heart. And now that we are in this moment together, let's get back. Let's do our mantra. We don't want to forget that. I rise in truth. I breathe in healing. I walk in wholeness. I am perfectly imperfect, and I evolve through love, light, and purpose. Now we can get into our topic tonight. The topic again: the emotional weather report: how to read your daily energetic forecast. Every day inside of you, there is a weather pattern. your internal climate, so to speak. Sometimes you wake up sunny and open. Other days you wake up, you feel foggy or cloudy. Some days you feel stormy. Some days you feel steady and calm. Most of the time we think something is wrong with us, but it's not wrong. It's weather. Tonight, I'm going to teach you how to check your emotional weather, understand it, and respond with compassion and skill. This is for adults, teens, children, families, because emotional awareness is a universal human skill. And some of the quick techniques that I give you, and I give you partial techniques too, so that they can be quick and you can use them yourself right after this live stream if you want. They're so good to do with your children or to teach your children. So let's talk about first, what is emotional weather? What is it? Emotional weather is your moment to moment emotional and energetic state. Just like the outside weather, your inner weather shifts, changes, moves, teaches, and communicates. Your emotional weather isn't who you are, it's simply what is passing through your system. When we learn to observe it instead of judge it, everything becomes gentler. Again, let me say that. When we learn to observe it instead of judge it, everything becomes gentler. Why do we experience emotional weather? Your emotional weather is influenced by physiology, environment, and energy. So let's give some examples. Sleep. Poor sleep often equals cloudy or foggy weather. Food or blood sugar. Stormy feelings can simply be misfueled energy. Stress levels. Long-term stress makes weather unpredictable. Nervous system state determines if you feel sunny or stormy. Hormones influence clarity, focus, and energy. Environment, noise, chaos, emotional tone of the home. Intuition is energy your body picks up on. Relationships, safety versus conflict. Trauma patterns shape weather patterns. This is not about good or bad. It's about understanding the forecast inside of you. Now let's talk about the 4 main emotional weather patterns. Number 1, let's talk about foggy weather. The characteristics of foggy weather are low energy, unclear thoughts, heaviness, slow moving. Some of the causes are poor sleep, dehydration, emotional suppression, overwhelm. Some supports that we can use and learn different techniques to do is grounding, slow breath, hydration, and warm foods. Now let's talk about the second emotional weather pattern, stormy weather. The characteristics of stormy weather are intense emotions, frustration, anxiety, overstimulation. The causes, stress, unmet needs, triggers, sensory overload. See how this connects with children? Some supports our nervous system calming. So we learn things that we can do to calm our nervous system. Slow exhales, cooling breath. We're going to do a cooling breath tonight, and movement. The third main emotional weather pattern is partly cloudy weather. The characteristics, mixed feelings, unsettled, good but distracted and uneasy. Some causes, transitions or change. Competing thoughts, minor stress. Some supports that I teach and that I do and I teach and I work with clients on: clarity rituals, journaling, gentle herbs, short grounding breaks. The fourth main emotional weather pattern is radiant weather. The characteristics: light, open, connected, focused, joyful, intuitive. Some causes that help us get to radiant or promote radiant weather: rest, alignment, my favorite word, nature time, connection, nourishment. Some supports that I work on with clients and some that I teach in my videos. If you go watch the live streams and the various videos, the resets and all the little small practices that I teach you, um, expand into creativity. My knitting and crocheting, for example, could make connections, joy, spiritual practices. Now, how do we check our daily forecast? Here's a simple 30-second daily weather check. A 30-second daily weather check. Close your eyes, be in a quiet kind of space just for a few seconds. Close your eyes and feel your body. Ask, what's the weather inside of me right now? Then you notice the sensations, the emotions, the breath, the tension, and the clarity. Name it. You can teach this to children. Name it. Foggy, stormy, partly cloudy, or radiant. Naming weather decreases emotional intensity by up to 40%. This works especially well for children. Now let's talk about how this is connected with Evolve Global 22's Power of Three practices. Remember the Power of Three: energy medicine, Ayurveda medicine, and herbal medicine. So let's run through each weather pattern. Foggy weather reset. So if you identify yourself as being in foggy weather, in energy medicine, you can do tapping of the cheekbones. This is a part of a bigger strategy that I teach, but this little piece of it can be very helpful. So your cheekbones are right here. You tap just with it. Take your two fingers, tap just under the eyes. It stimulates the stomach and the meridian points. The purpose and the benefits: tapping the cheekbones is believed to have several physical and emotional benefits. It relieves sinus and nasal congestion, promotes calmness and emotional well-being, helping to release tension and reduce stress. It sends grounding energy through the body. It increases circulation and stimulates facial muscles for a refreshed look. Now, number 2, our Ayurveda medicine. Drink a cup of warm lemon water. That's a simple thing. Don't put sugar in it. Don't put honey in it. Don't put anything in it. Just the warm water with lemon. And how about our herbal medicine connection? Peppermint, the use of peppermint essential oils or peppermint teas, citrus oils, or other green teas are outstanding for foggy weather. Now let's talk about our stormy weather reset. Energy medicine, the crown to heart sweep and grounding. So let me explain to you how this works. You can come back to the video and listen to it again. This is a visualization and energetic practice. The crown is the top of your head, and you imagine a bright light or energy pouring in from above. This is divine light. This is the highest quality of light. This is the light from the creator of all that is. from above, energy pouring from above through the top of your crown, and imagine it sweeping, and guide it with your breath down through your spine, through your body, filling your chest. At the same time, as you go, you focus on the heart area, softening the shoulders. So don't sit up like this, softening the shoulders, bringing your awareness to your breath and your breathing. Then you bring your awareness in your inner voice and you extend it down, down, and then you make a connection down to root into the earth, as if roots are growing from the bottom of your feet, the base of your tailbone. Imagine it going through down into the earth and connecting and securing itself there. This one little visualization and imagery with the soft breaths, just your regular breathing, but very soft, imagining and pulling the energy down through your body, and then grounding and connecting yourself with earth, is a simple thing that you can do very quickly. You just have to be still enough to do it in a few seconds. That's all it takes. Now let's talk about the Ayurveda connection, the cooling breath. Now, we did this last week and we're going to do it again because this is a big one. You purse your lips and you breathe in. It's like a little tunnel, and it's going to make a whistling sound. And you breathe in deep, and then you exhale through your nose slowly. So, and you do that for as many times as you can, as many times as you want. Now let's talk about the herbal connection. Lavender. Lavender is my go-to oil for so many things. And this, remember, we're talking about the stormy weather reset. And lavender is very, very calming. Chamomile is another go-to, and rose. Now let's talk about the partly cloudy reset. Energy medicine, there's a smoothing our aura technique. Now, the aura is surrounding you, okay? It's outside of you. It's surrounding you. It's your energy field, if you want to think of it that way. And when I do energy healings, I work with this in many of them. So it's much more involved when I work with a client, but this is a short little practice that can help you. So to prepare, you find a comfortable space. You choose a quiet, private area where you can sit or lie down without any interruption. Center yourself. You can do the heart connection. Take a few deep, slow, deep breaths to ground your energy and focus your mind. Set an intention inside your mind and say it to yourself. You can clearly state it even out loud to cleanse and smooth your aura. Imagine you're brushing away. So you take your hands. So you would imagine you're brushing away heavy or dark energy and replacing it with positive, divine energy. So the smoothing process is performed like this. So you hover your hands a few inches above your body. You start with the head. You begin with your hands above your head near the crown. The crown is right here. You use sweeping movements, like you're sweeping with your hands. Downward from your head all the way to your feet. You cover the entire body systematically. Move your hands over the front of your body, sweeping the sides of your body, and behind your body. The directionality follows the natural flow of aura down from head, crown to feet, and the sides, the front, and the back. Visualize this release as you sweep. Visualize the release as you sweep. Visualize yourself gathering any ruffled, heavy, or stagnant energy and releasing it downward and out of your field. Pay attention to dense areas. If you're focused and you do this and practice this often, you're going to notice some areas seem to be heavier. Focus on any of those areas more intensely. So, and a lot of times we need to work on clearing blockages when it gets like that. So call me if you need help with that. You can, as you sweep, you can, if you get to a dense area and you feel like there's just something there, flick it away from you, flick it down like that. And then at the end, you seal your aura. After sweeping the entire field, perform one final all-encompassing comb of the aura from head to toe, imagining you're sealing it tightly with a protective layer of white, golden, divine light. Then just take a moment, connect with your heart. Imagine you're connecting with the earth, with your feet, grounding with intention so that you can feel yourself being grounded and attached again to the earth. Now let's go to Ayurveda medicine. How does Ayurveda address the partly cloudy reset? So in Ayurveda, sunlight, midday sunlight is very important, and warm spices. That's good for this reset. Number 3, what's the herbal connection? Holy basil is outstanding, and sage. Now let's talk about the radiant weather amplifier. So in energy medicine, the connection is, the practice is heart activation breath. And how you practice the heart activation breath is you find focus first. So you sit comfortably and place your hands on the center of your chest. Now you direct your breath. You breathe in slowly and deeply, imagining the breath flowing into your heart or chest area. Slow and smooth. You aim for a rhythm like inhaling for 5 or 6 seconds and exhaling for 5 or 6 seconds, keeping it smooth and unforced. So you would put your both hands over your heart, and then you want to just breathe in to 5, 6 seconds, and then exhale for 5 or 6 seconds. And I always breathe in through the nose. Breath is life force. And notice how you're not heavy breathing. It's slowly in and slowly out. And you feel the heart. Notice the sensation in your chest and falling with each breath. You repeat that for several cycles, 5 or 10 times, or as long as needed to feel centered. Some of the benefits of that: reduces stress and anxiety, helps neutralize negative emotions, creates a sense of internal calm and balance, and it can be used anytime, anywhere for quick resets. Now let's talk about how Ayurveda helps us in amplifying radiant weather, because that's where we really want to be, right? Movement plus connection. So our breath work, all of these different little mini resets I teach you. And then when I work with clients, we do a lot of different types of more extended breath work. Self-massage, get lavender, get a beautiful essential oil, and at Evolve Global, we have our roll-ons, we have our face and body cream. You can do a self-massage. That's wonderful. Meditations is a practice that connects the movement with connection. Now, let's talk about teaching this to children and families. Children understand emotional weather instantly, much better than we adults do. Teach children to name their weather before school or bed. This helps them avoid shame and understand their feelings gently. Instead of, "What's wrong with you today?" you can ask your child, "What's your weather right now?" This builds emotional intelligence, self-regulation, and trust. Now let's do a mini practice that you can do anytime, and it's the 20-second weather reset. Are you ready? We're going to do a quick 20-second weather reset. Feel your body and name your weather. Take a slow inhale. Long exhale. Bring one hand to your heart. Say quietly, "I honor my weather. I respond with compassion." Beautiful. That's it. Now, let's talk about some reflection questions. I encourage everybody to journal. Reflection question number 1. What was your inner weather today? What was your inner weather today? Reflection question number 2. How did it affect your actions or your emotions? Number 3. What support did your weather need? Number 5. How can you check your emotional weather forecast each morning? And number 6, what helps you move from stormy to steady? I want to take a moment to say thank you for joining me for Healing in Real Life Tuesday here at Evolve Global 22 Healing Light Studio. Your weather is not a flaw. It is your nervous system speaking. It is your body asking for support. It is your inner world guiding you back to alignment. When you listen with compassion, everything changes. I'm Dr. Debbie, and at Evolve Global 22, we bring wraparound and healing for individuals, children, and families right to your home, either via the internet worldwide, via Zoom. Energy has no boundaries. What I do has no boundaries. And then in the Philadelphia, PA area and Delaware Valley region, I do a combined model where I go into homes as well as we work via Zoom at times. I love you. Be gentle, be whole, walk in your power. Peace and light. Good night, everybody.
Take you on a ride, boy.
Good evening and welcome back to Evolve Global 22 Healing Light Studio. I'm Dr. Debbie, and tonight is Healing in Real Life Tuesday, where we connect science, the body, and everyday life without blame, without shame, and without overwhelm. But before we get into it, how do you like my new studio background? I redid some part of my studio and I love it and it's beautiful. I hope you love it as well. We have our little boutique in Evolve Global 22's uh, uh, line of items in the back. Beautiful background with the lotus flower and colors. Colors are so important in our healing, health, and wellness. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Again, this is Dr. Debbie, and tonight is Healing in Real Life Tuesday, where we connect science, the body, and everyday life without blame, shame, or overwhelm. Last night, we talked about the body as a natural biochemist. Tonight, we're talking or taking that understanding into real life, especially how your nervous system communicates through chemistry. This is so, so important. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a day or a moment or a time where everything felt off? Your mood, your patience, your appetite, and you couldn't explain why. Nothing bad really happened, but your body reacted anyway. That's because your nervous system doesn't wait for logic. It responds through chemistry. The nervous system is one of the body's most powerful biochemical messengers. Every moment, it influences cortisol and stress hormones, digestion and blood sugar, inflammation, mood chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. Its primary job is safety. When the nervous system senses a threat, emotional, physical, or mental, it changes the body's chemicals. It changes the body's chemistry instantly. For adults, this explains emotional eating, irritability, fatigue, anxiety. For parents, this explains why children's behavior shifts under stress. And for children, this explains big reactions to small things. And for families, this explains why stress spreads. Nervous systems co regulate. So let's talk about the food and body connection here. When stress chemistry is high, digestion slows, sugar cravings increase, caffeine dependence rises, kids may overeat or refuse food. This is not a lack of discipline, it's biochemistry responding to stress. So let's talk about a lifestyle connection. Fast schedules, noise, screens, and pressure keep stress chemistry elevated. Calm routines, predictability, and rest tell the nervous system it's safe and chemistry shifts. Why does this matter and who does this help? This helps adults understand cravings and mood shifts. Parents interpret, it helps them to interpret behavior as nervous system signals. It helps children to feel supported instead of corrected. And it helps families reduce reactive cycles. So, what can you do today, tomorrow to help you? Pause before reacting and take 3 breaths. Eat protein earlier in the day. Reduce evening screens and add a predictable calming routine. Why does it matter? This matters because many people blame themselves for reactions that are biochemical, not personal. Understanding restores compassion, and compassion calms the body. So now let's do another calling our power back. exercise. Take a deep breath in, hold it for 2, and gently let it out. Tonight, I call my power back from self-blame and judgment. I honor my nervous system's wisdom. I choose regulation over reaction. Why this works? Strategically naming what's happening lowers stress hormones and restores balance. Spiritually, compassion reconnects us to dignity, worth, and wholeness. So, in summary, I'm trying to keep the live streams to 10, 15, 30 minutes max, because I know we have all busy schedules. So, here, full closing summary. Here's your complete recap. Tonight, we learned that your nervous system is a biochemical communicator. We explored how stress chemistry affects eating, mood, behavior, and family dynamics. We reframed reactions as information, not failure. We talked about food, lifestyle, routines, and compassion as tools that change chemistry in real time. You are not broken. Your body is communicating. And when you listen, healing begins. This is healing in real life. And this is Evolve Global 22. On that note, my friends, this is Dr. Debbie. Peace, love, and light to every single one of you. Have a great night ahead. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow night. Hello there. Welcome. Good evening and welcome to Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. I'm Dr. Debbie, and whether you're joining live or watching the replay, I want you to know this space is for real life, real bodies, real families, and real healing. Tonight is Micro Learning Monday, where we take powerful wisdom and translate it into simple, usable understanding for everyday life. We're continuing The Science of the Sacred by Nicole Redvers, and tonight we're exploring Chapter 5, The Natural Biochemist. The chapter reminds us of something many of us were never, ever taught. Your body is not broken. Your body is intelligent. Your body is constantly working to heal you. Let me start with a familiar story. Have you ever done everything right? Eaten better, exercised, rested more, followed all of the advice, and still felt frustrated because healing felt slow or incomplete? Many people take that as proof that something is wrong with them. But what if the truth is the opposite? What if your body has been working nonstop to protect you, adjusting chemistry, hormones, inflammation, and energy just to keep you functioning? That's not failure, that's intelligence. In Chapter 5, The Natural Biochemist, Dr. Nicole Redvers explains that the human body is not a passive machine. It's an active, biochemical intelligence. Your body is constantly producing, balancing, and responding to hormones, neurotransmitters, enzymes, inflammatory chemicals, and immune responses. This is happening every second without you consciously directing it. Indigenous medicine systems have always known this. The body was seen as a living system that knows how to heal when it has the right conditions. Modern systems often treat the body as something that needs to be controlled or overridden. But chapter 5 reminds us that healing happens with the body, not against it. When the body feels safe, nourished, and supported, it it naturally moves toward balance. For adults, this reframes chronic illness and fatigue, not as weakness, but as overworked systems. For parents, this reframes children's moods and energy, not as misbehavior, but as biochemical communication. For families, this reframes health as something shaped by the environment, rhythm, and care, not just genetics. As a natural biochemist, your body responds immediately to what you put into it. Food is not just calories, it's chemical information. Sugar affects insulin and inflammation. Protein affects neurotransmitters and mood. Fats and hormones affect brain function. Fats affect hormones and brain function. Sorry, guys, it's been a long day. Micronutrients support enzymes and immunity. When the body is stressed, it changes how it processes food. Digestion slows, blood sugar fluctuates, cravings increase, not from a lack of discipline, but from biochemical need. Lifestyle tells your body what kind of chemistry to produce. Chronic stress increases cortisol. Rest supports repair hormones. Sunlight affects serotonin and circadian rhythm. Movement affects insulin sensitivity and mood. Your daily habits and biochemical instructions. Adults, who does this help? Adults reframes chronic symptoms with compassion. Parents helps understand children's behavior as body communication. Children feel supported instead of blamed. And families learn to create a healing environment together. What can you do today or tomorrow? You can eat one meal slowly and intentionally. And that means you sit down, say in your mind with your inner voice, I'm going to be in this moment, eat my food, and enjoy it. And then actually, when you eat each spoon, intentionally taste what it tastes like, what it feels like when it goes down into your body. Hydrate before caffeine. Get sunlight in the morning. Pause and breathe before reacting. Small shifts support big biochemical changes. Why does this matter to you or to anybody? This matters because many people walk through life believing their body is failing them. Chapter 5 reminds us the opposite is true. Your body has been working tirelessly to protect you, even under stress, trauma, poor sleep, poor nutrition, and all the other poor lifestyle things that we have to deal with today in modern life. Understanding this replaces self-blame with partnership. Now, I want you to do this one little practice with me, calling back your power. And I want you to take a deep breath, so in through the nose, as deep as you can. Hold it for 2. Blow it out. Now, I want you to say after me, tonight I call my power back from fighting my body and judging my symptoms. I choose partnership with my body's wisdom. I honor the natural biochemist within me. You can say that anytime, during the day, during the night when you wake up, whatever. This is calling your power back to you. This is an activation exercise. Why this works? Why does it work? Strategically, when we support the body instead of overriding it, inflammation lowers, hormones stabilize, digestion improves, and healing accelerates. Spiritually, if we honor the body, it restores trust. It reminds us that healing intelligence was placed within us, not outside of us. Now, in summary, my friends, I'm trying to keep these live streams to 15 minutes, maximum 30 minutes. So I want you to think about this as we wrap this up. As we close tonight, let's bring everything together. We learned that Chapter 5, The Natural Biochemist, teaches us that the body is not broken. It is brilliant. It is constantly adjusting chemistry, hormones, and immune responses to protect and sustain life, our life. We explored how food, lifestyle, stress, and environment shape our internal chemistry every single day, every moment of every single day. We reframed symptoms not as failures, but as communication. We named who this helps: adults navigating chronic stress or illness, parents trying to understand their children, children learning to trust their bodies, and families building healthier rhythms together. We ended by calling our power back, not through control, but through a partnership. Your body is not working against you. Your body is working for you. This, my friends, is science. This is sacred. This is Evolve Global 22. And on that note, you have a wonderful, blessed night ahead. Peace, love, and light to you. Bye-bye, y'all. Love you. Let me show you one practice, a 60-second hand reset. Take one hand, I'm going to use my blanket, and place it on a surface or object next to you. Slowly notice the texture, the temperature, the pressure. Breathe naturally for 60 seconds. Choose one simple hand-based activity and intentionally use it as a pause. Folding something slowly, holding a textured object like a healing blanket, drawing simple lines, rolling clay or dough. No outcome is required, just presence. So now let me show you one practice, a 60-second hand reset. Take one hand, I'm going to use my blanket, and place it on a surface or object next to you. Slowly notice the texture, the temperature, the pressure. Breathe naturally for 60 seconds. The body has built-in ways to regulate emotions that don't rely on words. Our hands are directly connected to parts of the brain responsible for safety, grounding, and emotional regulation. When the hands engage in simple, repetitive, gentle movement, the nervous system receives a clear message. You are here, you are safe, you don't need to brace. This is why children instinctively move, fidget, draw, or play when they're over.
Elevate your mind.
good evening, and welcome to Evolve Global 22 Healing Light Studio. I'm Dr. Debbie, and tonight is Creative and Emotional Reset Wednesday, a space where we greatly step out of overthinking and come back into our body. This space is for adults who feel emotionally full, parents supporting children through big feelings, children learning how their bodies work, and families who want calm without long explanations. Tonight, my friends, we are exploring something very simple but very powerful. Why doing something small with your hands can change everything. So let's talk about it. This is the time when words, especially, don't help. Have you ever noticed that when emotions run high, talking doesn't always help? You might try to explain how you feel and feel more frustrated. You might ask a child to use their words and the meltdown gets bigger. But then something interesting happens. Someone starts folding laundry. Someone doodles. Someone kneads dough, traces a pattern, or holds something soft like Evolve Global 22's healing blankets. I have mine right here. And slowly the intensity drops. Nothing was fixed, nothing was explained, but something shifted. That shift didn't come from language, it came from the body. Here is our core teaching points tonight. The body has built-in ways to regulate emotions that don't rely on words. Our hands are directly connected to parts of the brain responsible for safety, grounding, and emotional regulation. When the hands engage in simple, repetitive, gentle movement, the nervous system receives a clear message. You are here, you are safe, you don't need to brace. This is why children instinctively move, fidget, draw, or play when they're overwhelmed. Their bodies know how to regulate before their minds know how to explain. For adults, this wisdom is often overridden. We're taught to talk it through, think it through, or push through. But when emotions are high, language becomes limited. Thinking feels harder, and the body needs different doorways back to calm. This is the doorway back to calm. So, where does regulation come from before explanation? When emotional intensity is high, the parts of the brain responsible for reasoning and language temporarily quiet down. Trying to explain or analyze too soon can increase frustration. Gentle hand movement helps the nervous system settle first. Then reflection becomes possible. Learning point number 2, repetition signals safety. Simple repetitive actions, folding, rolling, smoothing, tracing, creative predictability. Predictability tells the body there is no immediate threat. So you want to create predictability. This works for adults, children, and families regardless of age. This isn't about exercise or productivity. It's about quiet movement, still enough to calm, active enough to engage the senses. This is why natural textures like yarn, clay, wood, or stone are especially regulating. So let's talk about the food and the body connection. Food is so important. I always connect everything back to food and body. When the body is emotionally overwhelmed, digestion is often affected. Stress chemistry can reduce appetite, increase cravings, cause picky eating in children, lead to mindless eating in adults. Grounding the body through the hands before or after meals can support digestion or by signaling safety without changing what's on the plate. Now let's talk about a lifestyle connection. In busy lives, we often move from one activity to another without transition. Hand-based moments act as emotional transitions. After school, after work, before meals, before bed, they help the body shift states gently without force. So who does this help? Adults who feel overstimulated, anxious, or mentally overloaded, parents who want tools beyond talking or correcting, children who struggle to explain big feelings, and families who want calm without conflict. So the question now is, what can you do today or tomorrow? Choose one simple hand-based activity and intentionally use it as a pause. Folding something slowly, holding a textured object like a healing blanket, drawing simple lines, rolling clay or dough. No outcome is required, just presence. So now let me show you one practice, a 60-second hand reset. Take one hand, I'm going to use my blanket, and place it on a surface or object next to you. Slowly notice the texture, the temperature, the pressure. Breathe naturally for 60 seconds. That's it. No fixing, no thinking, just letting the body settle. This matters to you because not every feeling needs to be explained or released in the moment. When we stop demanding words too soon from ourselves or our children, we create space for regulation instead of resistance. Now, let's do our calling our power back as it relates to this topic tonight. Take a breath with me in through the nose. Hold it for 2. Gently out through the mouth. Tonight, I call my power back from overthinking and emotional pressure. I trust my body's wisdom. I let my hands lead me back to calm. Why does this work? Strategically, engaging with your hands activates sensory pathways that calm the nervous system, reduce stress chemistry, and support emotional regulation without cognitive effort. Spiritually, this honors the body as a wise partner, not something that must always be explained or controlled. It restores trust in the intelligence woven into us. I want to leave you with some reflection questions because you know I'm a big journaler. So start journaling if you have not. Here are some reflection questions to think about. When emotions rise, do I try to explain too quickly? Number 2, what simple hand movement feels calming to me? Number 3, how do my children or family naturally regulate when words don't help? And the last one, number 4, where could I add one gentle pause into my day? My friends, I'm trying to keep these live streams at 10 minutes to a maximum of 30 minutes a day because I want you to get the benefit and I want you to spend just a little bit of time with yourself. I know time is always a challenge. So here we go. In closing, as we close tonight, let's gather what we explored. We learned that when emotions are strong, words aren't always the best entry point to healing. The body often needs regulation before reflection. Regulation before reflection. We talked about how simple hand movements send powerful signals of safety to your nervous system, helping calm emotions in adults and children alike. We connected this to digestion, daily rhythms, family transitions, and real life moments where calm is needed without conversation. We named who this helps: adults, parents, children, and families. And we practiced trusting the body's wisdom instead of forcing understanding. Tonight's reminder is gentle and important. You don't always need the right words. Sometimes you need the right movement. Sometimes your hands need the right movement. Sometimes your hands already know the way. Remember, I used my healing blanket, which you can get at Evolve Global 22 on the website, www.evolveglobal22usa.com. And this is what I use often. I have other things I use as well. But remember, you don't always need the right words. Sometimes you need the right movement. Sometimes your hands already know the way. Thank you, my friends, for being here with me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night in Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. Stay blessed. Many, many, many blessings and much peace in life onto you. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Good evening and welcome back to Evolve Global 22 Healing Light Studio. I'm Dr. Debbie, and tonight is Healing in Real Life Tuesday, where we connect science, the body, and everyday life without blame, without shame, and without overwhelm. But before we get into it, how do you like my new studio background? I redid some part of my studio, and I love it, and it's beautiful. I hope you love it as well. We have our little boutique in Evolve Global 22's line of items in the back. Beautiful background with the lotus flower and colors. Colors are so important in our healing, health, and wellness. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Again, this is Dr. Debbie, and tonight is Healing in Real Life Tuesday, where we connect science, the body, and everyday life without blame, shame, or overwhelm. Last night, we talked about the body as a natural biochemist. Tonight, we're talking or taking that understanding into real life, especially how your nervous system communicates through chemistry. This is so, so important. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a day or a moment or a time where everything felt off? Your mood, your patience, your appetite, and you couldn't explain why. Nothing bad really happened, but your body reacted anyway. That's because your nervous system doesn't wait for logic. It responds through chemistry. The nervous system is one of the body's most powerful biochemical messengers. Every moment It influences cortisol and stress hormones, digestion and blood sugar, inflammation, mood chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. Its primary job is safety. When the nervous system senses a threat, emotional, physical, or mental, it changes the body's chemicals. It changes the body's chemistry instantly. For adults, this explains emotional eating, irritability, fatigue, anxiety. For parents, this explains why children's behavior shifts under stress. And for children, this explains big reactions to small things. And for families, this explains why stress spreads. Nervous systems co-regulate. So let's talk about the food and body connection here. When stress chemistry is high, digestion slows, sugar cravings increase, caffeine dependence rises, kids may overeat or refuse food. This is not a lack of discipline, it's biochemistry responding to stress. So let's talk about a lifestyle connection. Fast schedules, noise, screens, and pressure keep stress chemistry elevated. Calm routines, predictability, and rest tell the nervous system it's safe and chemistry shifts. Why does this matter and who does this help? This helps adults understand cravings and mood shifts. Parents it helps them to interpret behavior as nervous system signals. It helps children to feel supported instead of corrected. And it helps families reduce reactive cycles. So, what can you do today, tomorrow to help you? Pause before reacting and take 3 breaths. Eat protein earlier in the day. Reduce evening screens and add a predictable calming routine. Why does it matter? This matters because many people blame themselves for reactions that are biochemical, not personal. Understanding restores compassion, and compassion calms the body. So now let's do another calling our power back exercise. Take a deep breath in, hold it for 2, and gently let it out. Tonight, I call my power back from self-blame and judgment. I honor my nervous system's wisdom. I choose regulation over reaction. Why this works? Strategically naming what's happening lowers stress hormones and restores balance. Spiritually, compassion reconnects us to dignity, worth, and wholeness. So, in summary, I'm trying to keep the live streams to 10, 15, 30 minutes max, because I know we have all busy schedules. So, here, full closing summary. Here's your complete recap. Tonight, we learned that your nervous system is a biochemical communicator. We explored how stress chemistry affects eating, mood, behavior, and family dynamics. We reframed reactions as information, not failure. We talked about food, lifestyle, routines, and compassion as tools that change chemistry in real time. You are not broken. Your body is communicating. And when you listen, healing begins. This is healing in real life. And this is Evolve Global 22. On that note, my friends, this is Dr. Debbie. Peace, love, and light to every single one of you. Have a great night ahead. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow night.